The United Nations calls it the worst humanitarian crisis in the world. In Sudan, the Rapid Support Forces Militia now control Al-Fashir, the last government military stronghold in the Darfur region. On social media, you have probably seen them. There is video evidence of mass killings and torture at the hands of paramilitary forces. Here in Canada, there are questions being raised about why Ottawa has not reopened applications for Canadians who want to bring their relatives here to safety from Sudan. Joining us now is Mamoun Hassan, whose entire family is still in Sudan. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I know those images are hard to see and hear, and I appreciate you coming on to talk about what is happening this morning. Tens of thousands have fled Al-Fashir. Many more remain trapped in that city. What are you hearing?
I'm actually seeing some very horrendous visuals that are coming out of there. The videos that are being shared on social media are honestly nothing like what we're getting directly from family members and people who are living in Sudan. I mean, the truth of the matter is that the Janjaweed, the RSF, they themselves are actually documenting their own atrocities and what they're actually doing, like killing, walking into homes and actually, raping people. Yeah, rape that they're actually, they themselves are actually videotaping themselves. Killing that's not by guns, where you can just walk into a home and you kill a whole family using knives, using machetes. It's a really difficult situation. It's not something that I think any Sudanese person can. We're losing a lot of sleep over it, Anne-Marie. Like, to be very frank, it's been a really difficult time for a Sudanese community in Sudan, in Canada.
Well, to know that that is happening, to know that they are living here in safety.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's this crazy sense of guilt that we're having. It is legitimately, we don't know what to do. Trying to fundraise, but we're not even sure that the money is actually being received in Sudan. Then the fear of what's going to happen after Khartoum, for instance, the capital city has actually been taken back by the government, for instance. Now there's shelling again back into the airport. It just seems like something that's never going to come to an end for us, and that's just really scary. Like, I want you to remember that when this started out, everyone just thought it was going to be a week or two, or even a month maximum. So we were advising our family members to just at least leave the city, at least go to neighboring countries. We thought it was going to be really quick. We thought it was really going to be quick. It's now past 2 years.
Plan International Canada says that more than 30 million people in Sudan need urgent, immediate humanitarian assistance. So you have family that's scattered across the country. What kinds of help do they need right now? Like, what could help?
Right now we're asking for actually food, for aid to just be delivered. But even past that, they're asking for just the war to stop. I don't know how to say it more than that. I'll tell you some personal stories, okay? I have uncles and family members, for instance, who've worked all their lives to just build a home and a house where they can actually rent it out. That kind of become like their, I guess, really retirement safety, right? And now people are living in these homes and these houses, but they can't pay rent. There's just no work. There's just no money that's being transferred, and they can't kick them out because it's not a situation where they know where to go,
right. And
they don't have any sense of safety or return. And to add to that, we living abroad have been sending money to help and so on.
Yeah.
We're now running out of money. Like, we're not a rich community, and now we're running out of money, and our savings are depleted. It's becoming a real issue.
I want to draw attention to something we highlighted at the top of this interview. Canada does have a program that offers family based pathway to permanent residency for people who are affected in this conflict in particular. You've attempted to navigate that for your own relatives. What's that experience been like?
I don't actually have any family members who are actually coming through that program. I don't have any that qualify for it, but I know so many families. My father, for instance, who has brothers who he's been trying to bring. That program is a failure. It is a terrible program. It has shown us so much about Canada that we did not think or we did not expect. First of all, the program was kicked off almost a year after the war started. We've already had, we've already spent all the money, and then it placed the actual burden of supporting them when they come to Canada here on us. Every person that we apply for to come to Canada here, we have to have $9,900 saved aside on. So I just want to give you an example of this. if I was to bring my father, you know, and my mother, for instance, and my two brothers and sisters with their families, this would have been $60,000 that has to sit on the side for me just to kind of support them. I think that's just a terrible idea, and I'm really sorry, but when I compare this to how fast Canada was able to move on the Ukrainian crisis, for instance, I have no sense of anything else but to believe that our lives are not valuable. Like, and the difference between us as Sudanese and Ukrainians is ethnicity, and I'm genuinely hoping that that's not the case. I'm genuinely hoping that it's not racism that's actually preventing Canada from helping my family from leaving that country. It's a terrible situation that's happening right now, and I'm quite disappointed in Canada.
We did reach out to Citizenship Canada. They issued a statement. I'll get your response to it in a moment. It is worth noting that the Family Reunification Program is currently not accepting new applications, period. So when we reached out to them, this is what they had to say to us. We are not currently accepting applications under the family-based permanent residence pathway for people affected by the conflict in Sudan. We are assessing the applications already received to confirm if there are enough to fill the available spaces. We cannot speculate on future policy decisions. Any new developments will be communicated publicly. What is your response?
And that's what we've been hearing from them. And it's disappointing because people are dying. People are literally dying while we're actually just waiting. First of all, the burden of financial is placed upon us. And second of all, there's no more acceptance of it. Up to the beginning of this year, I think the last numbers are we got about 3,000 people who've just arrived. Those are people that we've actually paid for to be here. The biometrics started almost a year after the beginning of the actual the application itself. Yeah. And we were being asked for ridiculous things, like you can't get biometrics when you're in a war zone.
Right.
And honestly, it seems to us like it's just Canada's just paying a slip service. There's no real policy that actually is intended for us to get our families out of there and to save them. We're trying to save lives, and I don't understand why this has become so difficult.
Mamoun Hassan, I'm sorry for the struggle that is happening in the community right now. I appreciate you coming on and highlighting where the situation sits as of today. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.